Welcome to our channel Beast Whisperer. It was late in the afternoon, and the forest had already begun to quiet down for the evening. The cicadas had grown softer, and the usual chatter of birds was fading into the distance. In a small house that stood at the very edge of the forest, a woman was busy with her evening chores. The wooden windows were half open, letting in the last golden light of the day. She had lived near the forest all her life, so she was used to the sounds of animals around her home. But that day, she noticed something unusual. From outside the window came a soft sound, almost like a faint cry. At first, she thought it might be a stray cat, but as she listened closely, she realized it was not the cry of any ordinary animal. It was deeper, sharper, and somehow more desperate. Curious, she walked slowly to the window and looked outside. What she saw made her freeze. Standing just outside, pressing its small paws against the wooden frame, was a baby leopard. Its large golden eyes stared at her with an expression that was both innocent and pleading. Its body looked thin, and its fur was covered with dust and small scratches. The little leopard kept mewing, as if asking for help. Now, most people would shut the window immediately and step back in fear. A wild animal, especially a leopard, even a small one, is never safe to bring into a house. But this woman was different. She had a kind heart and a strong love for animals. She could not turn away from the tiny creature that looked so helpless. Against her better judgment, she slowly opened the window wider. The baby leopard didn't hesitate. With surprising speed, it climbed through the opening and landed inside the house. For a moment, the woman was struck by how beautiful it was up close. Its spotted coat, its round face, and those shining eyes were mesmerizing. The baby walked straight up to her, rubbing against her legs the way a kitten would. She felt her heart melt. But she didn't realize that letting the leopard in was the beginning of something she could not control. At first, everything seemed calm. The little leopard explored the room, sniffing at the furniture, tapping at the rugs, and even pawing at a hanging curtain. The woman laughed nervously, unsure of what to do. She decided to fetch some milk and placed it in a shallow bowl on the floor. The cub rushed over and began drinking eagerly, lapping it up as though it hadn't eaten for days. Watching it drink, she thought she had done something good. But the peace did not last long. The baby leopard soon grew restless. Its playful nature began to show, and with it came the wild instincts that no human could tame. It started clawing at the furniture, tearing small holes into the cloth. It jumped onto shelves, knocking things over. The woman tried to calm it down, gently calling to it, but the cub ignored her. Then something worse happened. The leopard suddenly froze, its ears pricked forward and its eyes focused on the door. The woman followed its gaze and realized what was going on. The baby leopard was not alone. Out in the forest, somewhere close, its mother must be waiting. Leopards are protective animals, and a mother never leaves her cub for too long. The cries of the baby had likely reached her ears. The woman's heart began to race. If the mother leopard was nearby and sensed her cub was inside a human house, she would not stay calm. The thought alone was terrifying. She quickly moved toward the window, planning to let the cub back out, but it refused to go. It had found warmth, food, and safety, and it wasn't ready to leave. It crouched low, hissing when she tried to approach. The air outside grew heavy. In the distance, she heard a low growl. It was deep, powerful, and full of warning. The mother leopard was close. The woman's hands trembled. She realized that by letting the cub in, she had invited danger straight to her doorstep. The growl came again, this time closer. The baby leopard responded with a high-pitched cry, calling back to its mother. The woman knew she had only moments before the adult leopard arrived. Thinking quickly, she opened the door wide, trying to give the cub a chance to run back out. But instead of leaving, the little leopard darted under a table, refusing to budge. Then, through the open window, the mother appeared. Her golden coat glistened in the fading light, her sharp eyes locked onto the human inside the house. She bared her teeth, letting out a chilling snarl. The woman froze, her body paralyzed with fear. She had never been so close to a full-grown leopard before, and the intensity of its gaze made her feel as if the air had been sucked out of the room. The cub mewed again, and the mother leapt onto the windowsill. For a moment, time stood still. The woman knew she could not fight or resist. One wrong move, and the leopard would attack. She stepped back slowly, whispering to herself to stay calm. Her only hope was that the mother would take the cub and leave. The cub crawled out from under the table and ran toward its mother. The sight melted the tension for just a moment. The mother leaned down, nuzzling the baby with surprising gentleness, but her eyes never left the woman. It was as though she was warning her, telling her this was not her place, not her world. With a powerful leap, the mother and cub disappeared back into the night. The silence that followed was heavy, broken only by the woman's shaky breath. She closed the window and locked it tight. Her legs felt weak, and her hands were still trembling. She realized how close she had come to danger. That night, she could not sleep. The image of the leopard's burning eyes haunted her. She understood then that kindness toward wild animals, though pure in heart, can sometimes put both human and animal at risk. By letting the cub in, she had endangered herself and nearly caused the leopard to harm her. The story became a lesson she never forgot. Sometimes the best way to love wild creatures is to respect their freedom and let them stay where they belong, in the wild, not inside our homes. And for anyone who lives near forests, this story carries a reminder: wild animals are not pets. They may look harmless, even adorable when young, but their instincts are strong and their families are never far behind. So, the next time you hear a strange cry at your window, remember this woman's story. What seems like a small act of kindness could turn into a terrible mistake. And that is the story of the baby leopard who begged at the window and what happened when it was let inside the house. Thank you for watching Beast Whisperer. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more true and fascinating animal tales, please make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and press the bell icon so you never miss an update. Your support helps us bring more of these powerful stories to life.